Hello everyone, welcome. In this video we're going to look at three types of RBAC roles within Azure, and we're going to see what are the difference between these. Now RBAC roles is a very important concept, and in the last video we kind of looked at the contributor role versus the operator role, and we were looking at the logic apps. In this one we just want to look at the reader, security reader and security admin, those three different type of roles, and see what are the capabilities they offer. So I'm a more like a hands-on person, so I'm just gonna go to my Azure environment and log in as my root owner account, and from here we can look at role assignments, and you see this is our test user that we're going to use, that Isabel Garcia. She is assigned logic app operator role. If you want to remove some role, you just select the user and say remove. So that row is gone. She is no longer my logic app operator. So what we want to do, that we want to add and then add role assignments, and let's start with a reader role. So you see the main three, and you can click on this little tiny icons. Owner lets you manage everything including access to resources. Contributor lets you manage everything except access to resources, and reader lets you view everything but not make any changes. Alright, so let's click on reader, and I'm going to give Isabel 2%, just 1%, and say, so now Isabel Garcia, she has got the reader role, and let's I think that's all. You don't need, there's no save button or anything, so you got that role. So what you can do now, go to my private window. In the private window, we were going to log in as Isabel. Looks like I'm already logged in. Sometimes you have to re-log in just to make sure that. So if I'm here, let's go to Azure, and it says my role, right? So that role is properly reflected. This role is reader role. So if you click on pretty much any other tabs over here, you should be able to read whatever is going on in any sections of, or most of the sections of within the Azure. Okay, that's what I would expect, because I have a reader role, and it's kind of a global reader role where we have given reader role to this person. Okay, advisor recommendation, if there's any, I would expect that this person should be able to see. So see, I mean, nothing is blocking from us. Let's look at if we have anything. So let's go to resource group. Can we see resource groups? Resource groups. See, we can see all the resource groups. Okay, so let's go to the resource groups. Can we see resources within resource groups? Yes, we can. So all that is possible. Now with that, let's go back to our sponsorship. Can I assign new assignment? So I'm on displayed as Isabel. Can I add new role assignments? No, I cannot. So if you look at this, it says add role assignment, it says disable. That means I have a reader permission, and I do not have access to assign anything new. Okay, so what else do I need to say? That's the logic app that I created. I can do the logic app. Can you configure anything? Can you save this one? No. So again, I cannot create a new thing either. So from here, if I go home, okay, If I try to create a new resource, I should be blocked because I do not have permission to create anything. I only have read permission, right? So if I say I want to try to deploy a 2016 data center, what do you think? Can I deploy? Okay. Review and create. And okay, there is some requirement that's not there. Resource group. So here, even just for the resource group, it's saying that you don't have any permission to create a resource group. Okay, let's use one of the existing one. Let's try to create now. Validation fail. Why? This person does not have authorization to perform action. Microsoft Resources Deployment Validate Action on Scope Subscription Resource Group Peering Provider Microsoft Resources Deployments Create VM Microsoft Windows Server, and then the server, there is some ID. Okay, so the scope is invalid. So it's telling you that as a reader, although you can read everything, you cannot really do anything over here. You cannot deploy anything. Okay, let's go back to our main user, and for that person, okay, I cannot change that one from there. Let's refresh. Let's get back in. Active Directory is what we were looking at. We're looking at users. No, Active Directory, we're looking at roles and assignments. Okay, so from here, we were looking from subscription, we were looking at RBAC. So go back to subscription. IAM. Okay, that's where we are. So in here again, go back to role assignments, and what we need to remove this role, right? So what happened to my here? Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to figure out where everything is. So we removed that, then we'll do another role assignment, and this time we are going to make that person a security admin. Okay, or let's do security reader. Okay, so now once I make Isabel a security reader, she got a new role now. Now go to our private window. Let's come back over here, and go to my resource and see if the role is reflected properly. My role, resource access. What I'll do, I'll just sign out real quick just to make sure that my new role is being applied properly. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Okay, so my role, resource access, it's something weird. I was expecting that I would see security reader to show up just like the other thing, but okay. So I have a security reader role over here. It says I have a resource access. So let's go to maybe go back home. Okay, from home, let's see if I can go to resource groups. Okay, so now you see that I cannot. Okay, although I have a security reader access, my access is restricted. It's not a global reader the way we had it in the last time. Last time we can read everything, but this time we cannot even look at it what's under resource group. Can I create resource group? What do you think? The answer would be no. We cannot even create anything. You do not have permission to create resource groups. Okay, and also similar, since it's a reader access, we will not have any access to create anything. Okay, then what do I have access to? So as a security reader, one thing you would probably think that you probably have access to security stuff. So you can search for security, and the place where I always start is a security center. So let's go to security center and see if I have access to security center. Okay, so looks like I do. I have access to a lot of different things in here, recommendations and stuff like that. Okay, so lots of security. As a security reader, I can look at all these items and I can say, guys, this is the problem. I can download the report. Okay, so I have a lot of access within the security center. Now let's go back to the security center again. Can I do something new? Like if I look, let's go to security policies over here. Okay, add custom. If I want to add custom standard, look at these icons, they're grayed out to me. So that means although I have access to this security reader section, I still do not have access to add any new recommendation or add new standard. I can still use it, look at it, use the data for whatever purpose, but we cannot do anything new. Now with that, let's go back and again remove that person, and what I'll do, I'll this time add a security admin role to this person. So we'll do security admin and select the same person and say save. Okay, so now just refresh this page and see if we have the new role reflected. So what I'll go back to the subscription, and it still says the we are resource access in here. The other thing I can think of to go and take a look at your role would be Active Directory. So let's just go there as well, and then just click on users. Let's see if I have access to even see this. Okay, at least I have access, and so if I click on my name on it, let's see if it's gonna give me any details of my role. Okay, this one is not giving me anything, so this is, I'm just trying to say your role assignment, if that is okay. So this one is actually giving me role assignment security admin. Okay, so that is my role that's been assigned, and this is showing up properly over here, although it says my role a resource access, a weird name, but we know that from the previous blade we verified that I have the right role. So now does it mean that I can look at everything under resources? Looks like I do. I have now access to all the resources. Can I see what's inside the resources? I don't think so. So even over here I have access to the resource group level, but what's going on inside these resources, I don't have any access. So if you go, this one I do. This one I do because it's a log analytics workspace and there are items that is probably security related. Over here I don't. Storage East US I don't. So anything that has to do something with the security, here log analytics workspace. So as a security admin, I can get to the log analytics workspace, but I cannot see the VM, the actual resources that are being deployed. Okay, I know that within peering resource group I have 2 virtual networks and I have no access to them. Now let's go back. As a security admin again, you will be working within the security centers. If I go back in here, go to security policies now one more time, go over here and let's see if we can add some new policies. And here we go. See over here, as a security reader we didn't have options enabled, but now if I want, I can add more controls, more checks over here. And also if I need to configure new policies, I have power to create new custom initiatives within Azure. Alright, that's all I want to cover in this video. So just remember, reader, you could be even more granular with the reader. Like the global reader, you had read access to pretty much everything. When you change that to security reader, you only had access to security related item, and we saw that the log analytics we had access. We had access to security center, but we still couldn't do anything. We couldn't create any new policies. Once we upgraded our role back to security admin, then we were able to do stuff. One last thing I want to check is, as a security admin, can you assign the role to somebody else? So let's go back to subscription, go to the IAM blade one more time. Okay, usually the owner, they would be able to assign new roles. And if you click on here, even as a security admin, you see that your power to add a new role assignment, they're all disabled. So even as a security administrator, you cannot assign another person and make him a security admin or whatever, any other role. You cannot provide that. All right, with that, let me end the video. And if you're studying for the exam, good luck.